Hello there. I've had what may seem to be a crazy idea. I'm seriously thinking about embarking on another model build. Now I say crazy because if some of you have been looking at my recent videos, I've just started building the Ben Buckle Falcon, which is a rather major build in terms of physical size. It's a large vintage model with an 8-foot wingspan and a 3-foot tail area, which I've just recently all but finished. And I also have the Junkmeister, another large model, which just requires a paint finish and radio installation. Then that's ready to go. So I should really, on the face of it, have my hands full. However, the weather's taken a turn for the worst. Opportunities to get flying are fairly limited, and personally I find it really tough having empty time. I like to do something, and I'm thinking about starting a much smaller build, but one which will fulfill something I've wanted to do for a long time, and that is to build another vintage design, a particular design that I've had an eye on. So let's have a closer look at what that is. So here we have it. This is a mini version of the Playboy. Now the Playboy was a particular favourite of a friend of mine, my best friend, who I lost earlier this year. He passed away. And Dennis loved the bigger version of this model. He found it really exhilarating watching videos of the Playboy spiralling upwards for the engine to cut and then for it to glide back down to earth. It was the sort of model he liked the look of. And I've always fancied making one. However, the Falcon's a big model and I don't really want another full-size Playboy in the workshop and in the house, because it's a bit of a beast. And then I stumbled across this. I was looking through the AutoZone website and I came across this mini version. It has a wingspan of just shy of 50 inches, which is very manageable. I've printed them out basically on A4 and then stuck them together. And as you can see, this is a far more reasonable size model, the sort of thing I made back in the 70s when I was much younger. It has all the charm of the original, but without the awkwardness of the physical size. And there's also another advantage. This particular one takes advantage of a Cox engine, which I haven't got. If I had one, I'd use it. But I do have this DC diesel. I think it's a Merlin. It's a 0.75 and it's an extremely easy engine to start. For some reason there was quite a variation in how well the DC engines ran. They seemed to vary enormously from one model to another, and I found this 0.75, if I cast my mind back, I hope it's not rose tinted vision of the past, this started very easily, and so did the Dart, which I think was the 0.5 version. Now, the design would need some modification, but it's about the size that's required. I think the Cox may be slightly bigger capacity, but it would be near enough. And the wings are a polyhedral design. I'll just move this out of the way. The wings are a polyhedral design. From what I understand, this is a German model. At least this manifestation of the Playboy is a German model. The wing has been stiffened by adding webbing between the upper spar and the lower spar on this inner portion. It's been omitted from the outer portion, I presume for weight. Everything's here. Perhaps need a little bit of more information on the ribs for the lifting tailplane, but that's not beyond the possibilities of achieving, I'm sure. I think I've got enough balsa around to make the model. I don't have any strip balsa, but I prefer to cut that from a sheet anyway to get consistency in the strength and the weight of the balsa that I'm using. So I'm seriously thinking about this. I'll look at the plans and I'll look at the wood that I have. I'll put this engine into a block and make sure that my memories of it aren't incorrect and it does start easily. And I'll get back to you if I decide to start with this build. And once again, if anybody has any experience of building or flying this mini version, I haven't been able to find anything on the internet, and my German is zero, so the article that went with it, I haven't been able to understand a lot of what's been said about it. But if anybody's got experience of flying this version of the Playboy, I'd love to hear from them what they think. Will their engine be okay? Should I hang on and put a Cox in it? Just any information would be greatly appreciated. So I'll keep you updated. I'll let you know how my thought process goes. Until the next time, get building if you can't go flying. Bye for now.